So, as you can see, I was shooting my Stoeger Cougar, which used to be made by Beretta, and now it's made by Stoeger, which Beretta owns, except it's made on the same machinery that it used to be in Italy. They moved that machinery to Turkey, and now it's made for half the price in Turkey. So this is one of those hidden, really good deals. That's the Stoeger Cougar. Anyway, this one is 40 caliber, and it's one of the earlier ones that had a polymer, a plastic guide rod. And let me go ahead and show you that. This has been safety checked, but I'll go ahead and field strip this. And I'm going to bring it in close so you can see what I'm talking about. So here it is. This is plastic. As you can see. See? I'm bending it. And this is the block that it goes into, and this little lug here goes into the barrel because this barrel basically turns the lock and unlock as opposed to the conventional locking type of barrels. So anyway, I had written excuse me, Beretta. I told them, hey, what would it take for me to get a steel guide rod since your new Stoeger Cougars come with a steel guide rod? And they said, we can't send you a steel guide rod because it will not fit the old block. So they also sent me a new block right there. Now this came the same color as this, by the way. I had to fit it a little bit. It didn't quite, when it went in here, this would not lock, or it would take a lot of force to lock it. So I had to do a little bit of gunsmithing to get it to fit. And then while I was at it, I went ahead and polished the whole thing. I like to polish where things rub, like here the barrel is going to rub as it's turning, and right in this lug where it fits into the barrel right there to turn the barrel. You know, things like that, because I sanded this part right here and then I had to polish it up, because what happens is, I'm going to show you how this lug locks in, how this whole gun locks in. See how that comes up right there? See that? I'm trying to get the light right so you can see. There we go. So when this block is inside the gun, whoop, that piece right in there. I need a flashlight for the love of Pete. Let me see, maybe if I turn it like this you can see better. There we go. You can see how that comes up. No, you can't. There we go. There we go. You can see how that comes up in there to lock that block in. So that's how that works. So I had to do a little special fitting to get that all to fit. Now the guide rods, you can see this is the old plastic one, and here is the steel one. I'm not going to bend that on camera. So when this guy is in your gun, as you can see there, this would go in here, and with the old block in the Stoeger Cougar, this spring just would flow all the way through, move all the way through like that. The new one that they sent me goes in and it stops, because it has this little metal piece right here that catches the back of the guide rod. See? And then this part is the part that springs down like that. Ah, got my finger. So basically something in the gun actually caught onto, you know, kept this guide and spring from going, and instead of the block. So what this does, what I like about the new one, is with the old one, you would put the guide rod, and you would have to get the block to get that lug to fit in, and you could see things could sort of move around on you as you're trying to get together, because there's no tension on the spring. So you got to sort of hold everything together as you slide it on to the gun. Well, the new one, because it's going to build up tension, when you put this on there, and then you're going to push. See? So it's sort of like a conventional guide rod that you put in, and you get some tension as it gets behind the barrel. So the lock block now has some tension on it. so it doesn't fall out. I'm really liking this a lot. Alright folks, I'm going to get busy here. Oops, I need to get all these guns clean before it gets really late. It is, let's see, it's 6 o'clock. I started off shooting at around 10 o'clock at the range. So you can see when you go shooting, especially if you shoot a couple of guns, you're going to be busy all day if you're the type of person that needs to be cleaning the guns right after you shoot them because you're anal attentive. I am. I don't like them to sit around dirty too long. And again, especially like I had I think my previous shooting video with the Mosin Nagant. If you're shooting corrosive ammo like that, you better be cleaning it right away. So I'm going to go ahead and get this all cleaned up, put back together, and next time I go to the range, I'm going to have to bring this because I need to make sure that the gun functions properly with the new guide rod. I was kind of hoping that I got this before today, but you know, the way things work out, it's waiting in the mailbox when I get home from the range. Anyway, okay, well, thank you very much for joining me here at the Gear Obsession channel. I really appreciate every friend, viewer, subscriber, and you, and I hope you have a great evening. Take care. Bye.